Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back, or welcome to another Bangs Audio review. This is late night edition because, honestly, I didn't know any other time that would be appropriate to do the Meze 109 Pros. Like, seriously. Yes, that is Meshuggah. I hope I don't get a copyright strike. Let me take it down a notch or two. Anyway, I have been struggling to do this review. I just like coming off of IEMs, and I have been listening to them for a couple of weeks at least now, in between reviewing IEMs and so on and so forth. And I guess my main thing is it kind of is what happened with the Moondrop Venus, where I just want to make sure that I give them their just due. I give them the appropriate level of attention that they definitely deserve. And yeah, so I finally got the guts up to do it. So here we are, Meze 109 Pros. Razvan, Meze Audio, thank you for including me on the North American tour, I believe. North American tour. These were with somebody prior to me, and they will be going to somebody after me. So yeah, they're not keepers. Why are you not keepers? Well, because they're $800. That's why. So it was just nice to be able to listen to them for a couple of weeks and get to know them and sort of get to know Meze's vision, their house style, the way they like things tuned. It was really very eye-opening for me because I have not done nearly as many headphones as I've done IEMs to this point, a little over a year into it. 8 or 9 sets tops, right? And that's even if I include like the Bluetooth, the old Sonys that I've got, and the really, really nice Bowers PX7S2E. Even including those, it's still only like 9 sets. So it's not like I've got a huge pool of headphones to draw from in order to judge these maybe correctly or accurately. So I'm just going to do the best I can with what I've experienced and what I know. And from what I gather, Meze's tuning style. Well, first let's get into. I'll get the specs and stuff out of the way. One thing I want to just mention right out of the gate is attention to detail is insane. These guys are not fucking around, okay? And I don't say that lightly. I don't use that term very much. I try not to use much profanity anymore. But hey, it's late night. They don't fuck around. Everything is perfect on this set. Like everything. The look, the feel, the attachments, the attachment points here. I mean, it's just crazy. I've got the lights on kind of low, but I'm going to bring them up for a couple of minutes as we go over specs and what these puppies actually look and feel like. That is walnut. No veneer here, folks. Magnesium, steel magnesium, and was it lithium alloy? Oh, well, let's look. Let's look at the specs. That's probably a good idea. Okay, so we have a frequency response of 5 hertz to 30,000 kilohertz. I believe that. Sensitivity is 112 decibels and an impedance of 40 ohms, which is, I would say, reasonable for full-size headphones. I didn't find these particularly hard to drive, but they definitely scaled well with more power. Oh yeah, here we go. Magnesium steel frame with zinc alloy hardware. In other words, there's no plastic on this, okay? Like anywhere on it. Maybe, I guess you could count the carbon fiber on the drivers being some sort of plastic, polymer, whatever you want to call it, but that stuff's tough as nails. So carbon fiber, beryllium coated, just really the drivers. They're 50 millimeters too, so it's kind of the perfect size, at least in my experience. 40 is a little bit too small for that full bass response, and well, you only get into the 100 millimeters when you get into the planars, and that's just a different animal altogether. But don't worry, I am going to compare these to the sets that I do have to compare them to, that they're that are worthy of even mentioning with these in the same sentence, and we'll get to those too. So let's see, headband, suspension, spring system, padded vegan leather here, right? And then the velour stock gear pads. Everything about this set says both like comfort and luxury. Like it's just a luxe, just really nice feel. Okay, they weigh 13 ounces, so that's just, you know, it's just under a pound. So they're not like super light. They couldn't be, not with the construction at this level. So, but they don't feel heavy on your head. The suspension strap is excellent. It's well placed. It's very comfortable, very supportive. I don't really feel like there was no fatigue at all. Like I could wear these all day. I could wear them all night. I could wear them to bed. Probably not, unless I just stayed on my back. I might even, no, sorry. Loner pair, not gonna sleep with them. That's a bridge too far. We will not go there. So yeah, they're beautiful on top of everything else. On top of the construction, the comfort, the feel. They just look amazing too. So you can see just here on the headband, a little R there for right and L for left, so you don't have to like search. Some headphones, it's almost impossible to find where R and L are on them. I won't mention any because I'm not in the mood to bash anything tonight. But yeah, they're very elegant, and they're very well put together, and they're very user-friendly, and they're very comfortable. So there you go. Okay, that's we're starting out great. Okay, they come with this case, and they come with a couple of cables as well, which I hope I left in the case. Oh wait, yeah, it was open. So here we go. Yeah, case, felt lines, durable. You know, gonna be protective for sure. I was using a new Fantasia cable because I've got this little thing going with Amazon, like Vine, and if I see free headphone cable, and even if I care if I own the headphones, I usually just order it because I might at some point own the headphones. Yeah, I have a problem. Anyway, these are not a problem. These are just super long. Really high quality construction on the cable as well. Sort of a little bit of a rubbery feel to them, but durable, I'm sure, as all get out. It's nice to have, what is this, like is this a 5-footer? I think originally they released it with like a 10-footer and a 5-footer, and they've since reduced that now to more, you know, reasonable. I think that one's 5, and then we've got the 2, probably this is a 2-footer here. Yeah, it's not much longer than a headphone cable. Sorry about the fast pan there. Yeah, that's actually, wow, that actually might be closer to 5. Okay, so there you go. 5 and 10-foot cables. You're not gonna be, you know, tethered to your desk or whatever. You can get up and walk around, do some calisthenics, whatever you like. I'm just kidding, you know. Everything, like I said, everything that has been experienced to this point, you know, from the case to the cables to this, look at this massive box. Okay, that basically says you're about to enter like top of the line area. So there's a user manual down here too. I didn't get into it. I'm sure it's great. The set is 100% designed. They build the drivers from the ground up, or at least they design them from the ground up. But everything is designed, manufactured, produced in Romania. So I have to give a shout out to, let's see, a friend of the family. Her name is Anna and Robbie and their kids. They're really nice people. She's from Romania, so I figured that's really cool. Anyway, hi Anna, if you see this, just wanted to mention that I actually know somebody from Romania. Now 2 people, actually, if you include Razvan, but I've never met him in person. So here we are. How do we even get into the sound on these things? You know, when you're coming off a couple of $20 IEMs that are really good for their price and like exceptional values and over deliver and all that kind of stuff, and you're just like, okay, well, now I got to put on an $800 set of headphones. How the fuck am I going to do this? You know, it's a little intimidating. So I'm just going to dive in and let you know what I found to be remarkable about these, because there was nothing bad, like zero badness, like nothing. Okay, if I haven't made that clear, no complaints, not a single one actually. So that being said, you would expect that an $800 plus, we're pushing 1,000 here. You get up into that price category, it better be like differences in like tuning and style, and not in so much in quality, right? Like you don't, maybe incremental quality as you break $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. You're getting incremental, like small increments, increases in quality. When you get to this point, you're expecting quality. That's what I'm trying to get to. It better be there. And unlike, I'll get into the comps in a little bit. I'm not going to say anything bad, but there's a certain set that I have. It's my first audiophile headphone purchase, and that set was $900 or $880, I believe, when it was released. It's not even in the same. It's not even on the same planet as these. So when I say Lux and I say TOTL and I say things like that, I'm referring to these, and because I believe that's how good they sound. Okay, so getting into it, starting from the basement, which here we are, starting from the bass and working our way up. The bass on these is impactful and has satisfaction to it that I was not expecting because of the open back design. Okay, usually, not always, but usually you're gonna sacrifice a little bass when you open the backs up. Why? Because there isn't the resonance there that you have when it's a closed back. I mean, it's just simple, acoustics. It's just not the same. So my first inclination was, all right, they're going to be a little bit bass light, because that's been my experience with open back headphones so far. Sennheiser HD660 S2, the Moondrop Venus, I expect a little bit less bass. So when these didn't have a little bit less bass, I was like, this could be interesting, actually. This could be really interesting. And so, because my initial instinct was, all right, well, I'm going to put them in the i-Fi. Look at this. I'm all amped up on Stewart's Oranges and Cream soda. I put them through the i-Fi, and I did click on the power match, and then I made myself wait, because my instinct is always, especially with a couple other sets of headphones, to hit that bass boost button. It's an analog bass, it's a resistance bass, not a digital like EQ kind of bass, so very natural. And I was like, wait, let's just go and see how far we get before switching it on. So I got into the test tracks, I think, all the way. What was the first big bass song that I had? I got through Metal. I got through. Where did I switch it on? Because I wanted to see what it was going to do. Sorry, guys. I got to go back here really quick. All right. Another Day. All right. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs in. So I didn't make it very far. Oh well. It is what it is. Hip hop. I wanted to see how big the bass would get, how deep it would go, and so I clicked on the bass boost on the Zendak, and I didn't need to. That's what I figured out. That's what I realized after, engaging it, and then disengaging it, and then re-engaging it, and then disengaging it. I'm like, well, unless I really, really, really felt like I needed to have more on a specific song, in a specific situation, specific mood, whatever, I'm not using the bass boost on it. So then I switched it right back over to the TA22, because I felt giving it the royal treatment, and it did, and it just, what an amazing combination. Okay, so, all right, bass satisfying, full, still well controlled, but fun, and just, I don't know, it's hard to sit still in your seat when you're listening to these, because they've just got that foundation of bass, high quality, impactful, fast, but still big-ish. You know, I mean, it's not huge. All right, let's not get carried away here, okay? But it's big enough. It's big enough for a moderate bass head like myself to be like, okay, I don't need to EQ it. I don't need to bass boost it. I can just listen to it. We get into the mids, right? So I don't know. The mids are ridiculous. I don't know that I've ever heard more detailed, like crisp but still warm. It's hard to describe. Natural is definitely a way to describe it, because they are just so fucking natural in the mids and so clear, but still not at all like clinical or cold or overly calculated. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just enjoyment, you know? And then you get up into the ear gain and it handles that just so beautifully, and it just kind of releases into a treble that seems to extend on for miles. And then, you know, it's all just so cohesive, and it just is so smooth. I've never experienced anything like it in another headphone or IEM earphone. You know, like, I just haven't experienced anything like these before. And I think to top it all off, you know, they've got crazy technical chops. You know, you got details all over the place. If you want to hear them, if you don't, if you just want to chill out and not listen analytically, you can do that with this set too. Anyway, what I'm getting to is the soundstage. What I'm getting to is the soundstage on these is just about perfect. It's pretty grand. You know, it's not intimate in any way, shape, or form. But you know how sometimes if the soundstage gets too out here, it gets like too fast and loose, and you kind of lose coherency, and you lose just, you know, sort of lose the feel, overall feel. They nailed it on this with the soundstage. I mean, it just, it flows right in with the rest of the set. It's a complete experience. That's what I'm trying to get to. Finally. Oh my God. That took about 20 minutes too long. That's what it is. They're an experience, okay? Meze, I don't think that I know anybody or have like watched other reviewers who wouldn't or don't like really like or love Meze. And now I know why. You know, this whole thing started because a couple of y'all were asking me to review the Alba, and so I reached out for the rep, and he was like, you know, we don't have the Alba available right now, but we do have the 109 Pros. And I was like, oh my God, that's like the $800 set. I was like, yeah, sign me up for that. I'll take that. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That'd be great. You know, I'm hoping that I'm doing them as much of a service as they're doing me. But anyway, it's $800. It better be fucking good for that price, and it is fucking good for that price. Okay, I'm not apologizing for the profanity. It's here for emphasis, and we are in after dark mode, so is what it is. Apologies if you're offended. Hopefully you're not. So yeah, all right. It handled every genre, every song, just like in its own way, which was perfect. You know, it was like, okay, so hip hop. All right, so we're gonna pump up. You know, we're gonna have a little more power in the low end, and classical. Oh, okay, so I need a little more. You know, it's just like they're almost like they're not AI. Obviously, they're not controlled by AI, but at times it almost felt like that. It almost felt like it knew what to do with the song that was playing, more so than any other set that I've experienced so far. So let's get into this really quick, because I only have about 5 minutes left before GoPro cuts me off. The Venus, the HD 660S2, those were the comps. Both of those really, really good sets that I like a lot failed to compete with the 109 Pros. And I say that in the nicest way possible, because I love the Venus. I think it's a really cool, interesting, very, you know, mid and treble-y kind of fun set, has its own unique sound. The HD 660S2, as I previously reviewed, I feel like sort of rides that between musicality and technicality pretty well. But it doesn't keep up with this. The 109 Pros are basically my personal perfect headphone. I would trade everything that I have. Well, maybe not the Venus, because that's kind of like, it's a keepsake for me in some ways. All right, so everything but the Venus, I would sell and buy a set of these, because I wouldn't need anything else. You know, I wouldn't need anything else. I just would be like, oh, I've got these, they're perfect. And then, of course, I would want to try something else, and I'd go down that rabbit hole. Listen, that's not going to happen. You know, financially, basically impossible. Because you know how it goes, right? You start, you're like, I'm just going to get a couple of things, couple of sets, and then, oh, wonder what this one, oh, this one sounds really good. Oh, people really like this one. And before you know it, you're like 60 sets deep. And you have a YouTube channel. And you're like, oh my God, what happened? Anyway, we love our audio, you know, obviously, all of us do. We wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be recording, you wouldn't be watching. The 109 Pros live up to the hype. I'm sorry if I didn't get technical enough for you guys on them, but just suffice it to say that if I were going to spend $800 on a set, bar none, it would be these, because they did everything better than anything else that I've tried, and they did it in a style that I really like. And if I really had to have it, bang, I could hit that bass boost on the Zendak and just let my head rattle, you know? No need for that, but if you like that kind of thing, they'll take it. They can take it. High quality construction, high quality drivers, amazingly excellent tuning. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Meze now. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Anyway, that's going to do it for Late Night Bangs audio reviews. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, hit subscribe. We're almost to 1,000, just like 10 or 11 away. You know I love y'all. Okay? I really appreciate your support, your encouragement, your engagement. It's makes me smile every day. So, all right. Be careful, be safe, be nice. Love y'all. Nothing but peace to you. We'll see ya.